Never reduce. Will they ever reduce? They will never reduce. So what is the point of crying of them? We should always try to maximize our revenue. Okay, chalo, it's okay. That's an innovative expenditure. So what we have to do? Think about maximizing revenue. Think about creating large organizations. Think about creating disruption in the industry. Think about bringing new products, innovation. Think about getting some awards or going global, right? But if students have, I think tax planning has to be removed from syllabus. Madam, I think you may also think about this. If tax, now I think you all have read a book called Rich Dad and Poor Dad, right? So what does the rich dad say? Be courageous, take a challenge and go ahead. What does the poor dad say? It's okay, please adjust with what you have. Right? So yeah, I think the subject of tax planning should be removed. Taxation should be there. Tax planning should be removed. There is no tax planning here. Our taxes are planned by the central government and the state government, and we are just pawns. We have to pay as they dictate. There's no other option. A very minor decrease is not a major tax planning. I think leaving aside tax planning, what should we all do? We all should positively contribute to the industry, contribute to the country, to your families, get a good name to your college, and your parents should feel proud of you, right? So, what is needed? Big dream that you start a company and you employ some 1,000 people, 10,000 people. That has to be the dream. If that dream is not there, if we are thinking small, let me get employed, let me draw 5 lakhs per annum, 8 lakhs per annum, then I think we cannot go ahead. We are talking about Viksit Bharat. We are competing with other countries of the world, and if our mindset is not tall, we definitely cannot achieve it. So our mindset has to grow tall. We should say, I'll capture the moon, I'll go to NASA, or I'll do this, I'll do that, something like that. In fact, I was very much fascinated by my son's dialogue. I remember, I think he was some 4 years, he was very much fascinated about aeroplanes. He asked me, Mom, what is the largest airport? Then I said, wait, I have to check because it changes every year. Then I said, okay, this is the largest airport. Amma, you search after 25 years, you will get Akshat Airport as the largest airport. I said, wow, you are going to construct an airport? Yes, ma'am, why not? I will do that. So, in fact, I have taken motivation from him. I felt, yeah, super, a 4-year guy, 4-year boy is talking about building the largest airport in the world. Why not be? So, we are almost 30s, 40s, or we are in your young age. So, I think we all also have to think big. There are 4 students who went to a trip. Okay, tomorrow they have an exam. They thought, anyway, we are the toppers. Let's take the exam tomorrow. We'll come tonight. We know the syllabus. We can write the exam tomorrow. So they went to the trip. They went to Ooty. They didn't come back tonight. They said, Ooty is a very good place. Let us enjoy. Tomorrow morning we'll go to college. Okay, tomorrow morning we'll go to the college. So they woke up late. They enjoyed all the campfire and all. They woke up late. They came to the college. They came to the college after the exam. No, the sir asked, why did you miss your exam? Sir, we enjoyed. So they can't say they enjoyed Ooty, right? They said, sir, we went to a hill station yesterday. We wanted to come last night. Our tire got punctured. So we were pushing, in the hill station. There was no support mechanism. So it was late. Then sir said, okay, no problem. Please take your exam. I'll give you question paper. Yes, sir. So there were only 2 questions. Okay, 1 2-mark question. What happened yesterday? The 98-mark question is, which tire got punctured? So the sir knows what actually happened, right? So GST is also like that. So government will never ask you what is your revenue. Government will ask your vendor or your customer what is your revenue. They have means of tracking it. So I think that's GST and income tax, TDS, all this. This is all a direction of transparency. This is all building in the direction of transparency. And unless we are transparent, we cannot grow. If you're like this, would you grow? Only if you're opening up, only if you're transparent enough to adapt everything, whatever law government says, please, see, when you want to go to Vijayawada or any place, there are some tolls, right? Now, will you count your petrol cost and your toll cost and cut your travel? Or you will still travel, you will accommodate this cost, something like that, right? So you have to think about the big picture. I think all students here, please carry this. I know, you are using both the years or only 1 year, I don't know. Please use only 1 year and retain here. If you use the other year, then there is no point in the college studying to have such large programs. So one thing, ethics has to be followed. Whatever we do comes back to us. There is AI which is now monitoring us. So we all have to build large institutions, businesses, corporates, whatever is your choice, please think big, launch big, succeed big. That's my message to you. I hope the college will have beautiful deliberations. See, GST 2.0 is quite a technical subject. And you read today and the next seminar 3.0 will definitely come. I advance congratulate the madam for hosting GST 3.0 next year. Okay? Thank you so much. Happy learning to all of you.
Thank you, madam, for that enlightening and thought-provoking address. Tax reforms play a vital role in shaping nation's economic landscape. Since its introduction, GST has transformed India's indirect tax system by creating a unified market and improving transparency. As India moves towards GST 2.0, the focus is not only on economic growth but also on ensuring social equity, inclusiveness, and fairness in the taxation system. To introduce the professional accomplishments and contributions of a keynote speaker, CA Jain, I invite Dr. T. Anuradha, Associate Professor, Department of Commerce, Seminar Convener, and Dean Administration to present Sir's profile.
I request all the faculty can also view the YouTube channel. We are live telecasting the proceedings of keynote speaker and all the sessions, so that it will remain with us for a longer time to come for our students. So I take privilege in introducing our keynote speaker who will be talking about all the themes. I expect my faculty and students also to pay attention because it will come a long way in understanding the subject in every field that you tread tomorrow, especially the students in whichever field. So CA Jain Garu is from Vijayawada. He is a chairman, presently the chairman, ICAI, that is Indian Institute of, Chartered Accountants of India, Vijayawada branch, and he's presently taken up his ceremonial proceedings in the recent past. So Sir has his professional summary with a dynamic finance and technology professional with 17 years of diversified experience, comprising 7 years in Oracle ERP and technology consulting and 10 years in chartered accountancy practice. He specializes in taxation, advisory, financial automation, and system integration. He's a partner at Pavan and Jain Chartered Accountants, Vijayawada, where he leads engagements in GST, income tax, compliance management, litigation support, and end-to-end automation of financial operations for various industries. He's currently serving as a chairman and in the branch from 26-27, having previously served as branch in multiple leadership roles, including SICA chairman, treasurer, secretary, and vice chairman, actively contributing to the professional and student community. He is also invited as a speaker of professional forums and actively participates in television debates and panel discussions on taxation, finance, and economic matters, sharing professional insights with the wider public. And his 7 years of technical experience, he worked with Infosys on Oracle e-business suite implementations for global clients, led security architecture and implementation projects for Oracle's clients at Deloitte, served as senior product manager at Oracle Corporation, leading GST implementation for Brazil and Mexico, contributed to Oracle Cloud Solution development with expertise in localization and reporting frameworks, and he started accounting profession in the last 10 years. As I said, he's a partner with the Giant and Pavan Chartered Accounting firm. His expertise in income tax and for the various compliances, automation, and his consulting services for real estate, software, bullion traders, and other business sectors. He's designed robust internal control systems, statutory audit frameworks, and data-driven dashboards for clients. He's also a speaker at ICAI and NACIN training programs on GST audit, automation, AI in practice, and financial technology trends. So he is a stalwart with technology and his proficiency in chartered accounting. Sir, thank you for being with us today. So we are running out of time though, but he is the keynote speaker. I'm sure he has more to offer. Please be available in the audience. Thank you so much. Welcome.
Thank you, Anuradha ma'am, for introducing me in a beautiful way. And before I start, I want to just congratulate and also thank. Anyway, ma'am said we are all running out of time. Give me my time, ma'am.
Give you your time, so that's what I said.
So
Be available and immediately we try to connect you to the YouTube also.
yeah,
Yes, it is.
I'll spend at least 20 minutes. Even I know.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, there it is. Come go ahead.
yeah, please, thank you. Thank you very much, ma'am. I just want to thank you and also the congratulations. So I've started hearing Srikala ma'am about college updates and also the accomplishments which have been backed by the St.Ann's College for Women in Mehdipatnam. I was astonished, ma'am, for the results which have been continuously grading in such an extent is not easy. So this shows your dedication and this shows the commitment towards your profession, ma'am. So anyway, I also congratulate and thank you, Anuradha ma'am, for inviting me as a keynote speaker for this conference. So, and I also congratulate Maria Rani ma'am and Vijay Rani ma'am in her absentia, and I also heard to Patrick sir, so very distinguished speaker because we used to attend this type of conferences. So I just heard about what he's speaking for the last 10-15 years. He spoke very well and also a distinguished speaker. We came to know that. And also Lavanya ma'am, and very near to our profession. Thank you ma'am for being here, and also thank you for the entire students for bearing with me, and also after a long standing of 1.5 to 2 hours, you should bear with me for next 20 minutes or so. So coming to, I'll directly jump into the topic. So what is GST? GST is goods and service tax, right? Sir, I know you came all the way from Vijayawada to tell this. That's what you're thinking, right? No. So we are talking about GST 2.0. So it has been GST has been enrolled in 2017 July 1st, right? So we are talking about GST from there itself, but it took decades of time to put in GST in 2017. So we have been talking about so Patrick sir already told about Canada and Mexico and other nations, New Zealand, on successful GST implementations. So why have been successfully implemented in New Zealand or Canada? Can anyone say? Because of their taxation system. So you name a rice bag, they have straight away percentage of 10. And if you say that if you take a beer can, straight away tax percentage of 10. So there is no rationalization there as such. But country like India, with the economy and the background of its culture and heritage, we cannot give the same percentage to all the goods. So we have structured over from 0.1% to we have 28%. We have so many slabs. So it's difficult for the country like India to deploy GST. So to deploy GST, it's decades. They put decades of effort, and in 2017, they have been embedded into our system to GST. So from 2017, we took around close to 8 to 9 years. I mean at least 7 to 8 years to get GST 2.0. So what is 2.0? So if we do any activity, initially what we do, we try to get some. For example, we take the professional qualification as such, what we are doing. So what we do once we are studying, we will be studying to get through the exam, right? Our main intention is to get through the exam. So once we qualify our examination, then we will again go into the sections and we link these sections and link these subjects, and then we gain the expertise, right? So that's what we do. In the same sense, in 2017 it was launched. Launching itself is a hectic struggle to the government and also professionals like us to get that engaged into the business curriculum. So what we have done, over these 6-7 years, we have improved there. As I said to you, initially you will be studying to pass the exam. Later you will be getting your expertise on the subject and how to mold it and how to deploy it. You will be gaining the knowledge. In such sense, they took 6-7 years and they have improved the act and also the streamlined. So we are going to see slide by slide. So what are the improvements that have been done for GST 2.0 and how it been rolled out now. So coming to, we have been already talked about the GST, pre-GST era. So there are why GST came in. There are so many indirect taxes as such. There is a customs duty, excise duty, service tax, octroi. There are so many things which have been there in India that has been clubbed, and then GST came into existence, and from GST now we are into GST 2.0. That's right. So we have already talked about pre-GST era, how it is there. So GST introduction is there. What are the key reforms we also talked about? Yes. So why an upgrade? I should get an answer for this. Why an upgrade? So you are using so many apps, your Android and iOS, right? Once you receive a notification, you just click on upgrade, right? Because for enhanced quality of hearing, enhanced picture quality, and also good streaming experience, right? So you have been watching Netflix, right? You will get a push notification from Netflix to upgrade your app. So the same sense, why an upgrade is to excel. So the app is already there to reframe it and to get into the system which will be useful for wider audience or wider society or wider entrepreneurs. So the upgrade is for the compliance complexity to reduce it. What are the inefficiencies which have been identified to reduce them? That this upgrade is required. So what is an overview? So coming to GST and GST 2.0, there is a technology integration. Once we dumped in dumped the GST in 2017, there is no much integration in technology because most of the things have been done manually. Whatever it may be, the mail bills or auto generation or auto populated data into the other returns, this has not been done. But in down the line, eventually that has been automated, and the fine tune has been done into the portal and also the process as well. So simplified structure, tax structure is also simple because there are so many percentages, 18%. So in most of the cases, there is no 18% as such now. No, 28% is not there. So the structure has been also been reduced. What are the core components? So core components is automated filing is there. Artificial intelligence has been deployed to get the notices, and all the other department angle artificial intelligence are also being deployed. So in this gesture, let me explain you one of the case which we usually come across with all of our clients, and I'll take example of one of my clients. So he has been manufacturer of track pants, so t-shirts and track pants. He has been doing business from last 6-7 years. So after 6-7 years, he got an idea to evade taxes, and he started selling his goods without payment of taxes. What we call it as without kind of business. Okay. So GST department has been stepped in, and they have said that eventually once they visited their premises, there is no much stock, but stock is there. There is no much stock, and said that, sir, this is my position. I am not been selling as such before. That's why I am not paying taxes. So department have been integrated with so many other devices. So immediately they went and wrote to the electricity department and asked for his electricity bills for the last 2 years. So once they see the trend of the electricity bill keep on increasing till the last month itself. So they got a question why it has been increased. That means manufacturing is going on, and to evade taxes, he has been saying that business has not been done, and the low stock is this. So that is the reason the integration has been done. So not only with the electricity department, now department is writing to even to the NASA kind of stuff, which is there to the satellite, whether the proper agricultural produce, what are the agricultural produce has been done, and the fields also they came to know because of this integration. So that's what I am going to say. This technology has been inbuilt or embedded into the system where this prosecution and these type of assessments will get easier than before. So what are the benefits given? We already talked about complaints is reduced and faster refunds. So for an entrepreneur, if the refund is more faster, the working capital will be reduced. So previously, if you want to apply for refund, it used to take us lot of time, and also going to the department, submitting all the invoices, bill of lading, and these all things Now everything got automated. Once we click the application, very limited time we are getting refunds from the department. So we already told that transparency is increased. Also, Patrick are also talked about the transparency. So as like Lavanya ma'am told, the income tax department is able to visible the GST returns, and GST department is able to visit the income tax website and see how they are getting, how they are filed this tax service, all those things. So due care and diligence need to be taken by all the entrepreneurs who are being working. So now we are directly switching over to the real world impact. So what are the comparison between old GST, what are the new GST, what are the benefits which have been in the real world impact. These are the things which have been listed out for you for the learning. So the scope of discussion will be agriculture, just whatever the topic I say here, what is the pre-GST 2.0 and what is after 2.0. So agriculture and rural industries, MSME and ease of doing business, social and cultural sectors, employability and skill development, women-led enterprise and South Indian growth. So how have this been like rolled out will be topic by topic. So impact on agriculture and rural industries. So anyway, we know that agricultural produce mainly is exempted from GST. Efficient supply chains. Supply chains has been like, all the infrastructure has been improved. So how it has been improved, how the GST will getting benefited, we will see in the next slides. And growth in agriculture, agro-process industries, there are so many subsidies, and also the MSME came into picture. There have been so many subsidies for agro-processing industries. These are the things which have been rolled out recently for improving the entrepreneurship in rural and agriculture, rural areas and in rural industries. And also we also have cold storage, which has been like been improving day by day from the agricultural produce angle, and also the price, better price realization. So once the cold storage his storage facilities increase, the farmer can store his crops there, and then he can sell the crop when it's have high demand. So in the same sense, once this process has been led on, we'll also have automatical entrepreneurship is increased in rural areas. So now this is the key slide. I don't want to talk much because my friend Ritesh is going to take care of all those activities in the next session. So this is an overview session. The detailed discussion will be taken place by Ritesh. So how the agricultural produce and rural industries impacted in how in 2017 structure, and it is 2.0. So previously, in handloom, we have mostly 5%. Now they have been like mostly exempted and very little bit are like 5%. Khadi products mostly are exempted now. Previously, you are like into 5%. Agricultural implements, before they are 12% and now reduced to 5%. Organic and bio fertilizers previously 5%, now it's a 0 or 5%. So rural packing, food packing industries before they used to be like 5% or 12%. Now mostly they are less to 5%. So other bamboo products previously 12%, now it's 5%. In small and rural manufacturers, before like in 2019 we are only 20,000 limit, 20 lakh limit is there. Now it's 40 lakh. Composite scheme previously it's 75 lakhs, now it is 1.5 crore. So these are all this grid shows you like how it has been transformed, how the GST is there previously and how the GST has been rolled out after 2.0. This itself like states like how it has been, agriculture has been and rural industries has been improved, and what are the steps taken by government to improve these sectors after rollout of 2.0. Now we will be switching out to the MSMEs and the ease of doing business. Also, the unified national tax system is like unified tax system is there. So means one nation, one tax has been like rolled out again, and simplified return filing and also digital compliance. Previously, return filing is like because we need to all feed in data manually. Okay, so we need to data feed in manually. Most of the data in the returns is auto fetched from the other. If you take the waybill, so your GST returns is getting fetched from your waybill itself. Previously, we need to feed in and data and clerical mistakes and other mistakes used to happen, but now those are eradicated by GST 2.0. Easy interstate trade, as we already discussed. So interstate trade like became very easy because of these few exemptions at toll gates and other good infrastructure roads and all those things. Improves access to bank credit. So this is the beautiful thing which is been like once you start filing your GST returns or you see, depending upon your turnover in the GST returns, SBI and other banks are directly giving loans. So if you say 3 crores is your turnover, so they are directly giving 0.25% of your turnover as your working capital. Sometimes at 20%. That's like if your turnover is 3 crores, immediately you are getting 30 lakhs to 40 lakhs as a working capital without producing any documents. So this is the great feature which has been rolled out in 2.0 to get the funding. So easier interstate movement, we already discussed, and ITC is already there from long. Now we see this grid, how these MSMEs. We already discussed at 20 lakhs and 40 lakhs, composite increase also increase. Composite rate also like continue the same. Return filing, there are multiple returns previously, now only 1 and 3P is there. An invoice matching system and a complex matching system before, now it's automated and everything will be taken care by GSTR 2A and 2B. And access to the national markets. So access has been improved because of the improvement in the infrastructure facilities. Working capital impact, I already discussed you that automatic loans are getting generated based on the GST turnover. So these are the things which we can go through, and it also this will be taken in detail once you go to the deep discussions. So what is the impact on social and cultural sectors? Tourism has been drastically taken care in 2.0. Previously, so after coming over here, I checked into a hotel. The hotel room tariff definitely is more than 1,000, right? So previously, the rate of tax for above 1,000 is 12%. So in the above 7,500 and star hotels are 18%. Now that has been like from 12%, that slab has been brought to 5%. So definitely it will be useful for the people who are traveling around and also the entrepreneurs, and this hotel industry is increased and tourism is increased. So that are the steps which are taken care in 2.0. So tourism and religious sectors has been improved. Handlooms, handicrafts and cultural also they have been like global wider markets has been established for them. And education, healthcare are largely exempted. So these are the facilities which have been large. We'll see the stats for the social and cultural sectors. So I already discussed hotel accommodation 5% from 12% it is given to 5%. Passenger transport, once you are going with a APSRTC or TSRTC, whatever it will be, you used to pay like 12% on your ticket. Now you are paying only 5% on your ticket. So there itself is straight away 7% exemption is there for the person who is been traveling. So this is the transformation which we see. So in the cinema and the cultural entertainment also, previously we used to, in some of the movies, they are charging 28% GST. Now they are being rolled out to 12 and 18% slabs. So these are the things which have been like, again, that will be discussed in detail. So what I want to say over here is, previously the GST is only an act, which has been a unified act, one nation, one tax kind of thing. After insertion or like down the line 2.0, not only defines the tax, but it rationalizes the well-being, rationalizes the complete other backgrounds and like weaker sections of the societies. It also rationalizes the inclusion aspect between the sectors. So it has been like thought deeperly to take back this GST 2.0. And you can also see, this will be shared with you, and you can also see what are the things which have been there. I already told you like employment has been drastically increased. Previously, only chartered accountants like us used to file all the GST returns and like professionals. Now there is so much room for degree graduates and also MCOM guys and MBA guys. They are taking this profession and also they are coming into the profession of this GST, which is like there are increase in the opportunities, like opportunities of filing GST returns and creating employment opportunities by this law. So in this generally I want to just as we are going deep into the subject, I just want to come out and again come in. So all of you are choosing the commerce line, right? Yes or no? Your commerce is right? Yes. So you have chosen and like when came to commerce college and sit in a very good auditorium and hearing about GST 2.0, right? So I take this privilege as a chartered accountant from a commerce background. I take this is the greatest and finest profession in India. There is only one reason behind it. Why? Because people say doctors is a good profession, right? So when will the doctor get money? When there is an impurity increases, when he get a disease, that doctor should get money only one guy is suffering, right? Suffering more. If he's suffering more, you'll get more money. So coming to the profession of lawyer. So how lawyer will get the money? Doing more litigation. That means if two people sit and beating themselves, lawyer will get the money. Or two people standing and quarreling themselves, lawyer will get money. Then what lawyer will think? So there should be so much disturbances between the public and there must so much disturbance between the companies so that they fight each other and they come to me, then I'll get money. This is the only profession in India and across the entire world. If a person, if an entrepreneur grows and mint money, then we will get money. So that is the background which is having for commerce. So the profession and a manufacturer manufactures and grows in profitability, then we will get money. So this is the only profession which we have in the entire world where happily they will be giving to us because they have been like full to come to us because they need accounting, they need return filing, they need everything services, the tax returns, GST returns. So I take very much privilege to be a chartered accountant and also cost accountant too, so that we will be getting money once the others are benefiting high. So this is the only profession. I also congratulate all of you for being and choosing this commerce position. Again, we are going into the subject. So I can tell stories like this, but my topic is to drive you to the GST and at least give a broad view of this 2.0. So what is the global impact of employability? We already talked about. Business are getting expanded, so automatically employment opportunities get created. So logistics and warehousing have been employed because there is so much reduction in the percentage of GST. So AI components is there and data analytics is there. Just we'll go through this grid. So large ecosystem on GST practices, we already discussed it, and expansion of digital accounting. Down the slides, I'll talk about digital accounting. Logistics is in further cost reduction in logistics because percentage of this GTA previously it used to be 12%, now it's only 5%. That means transport industry they have reduced their cost. So these are all the things which you can go through once this shared with you. And coming to you, women-led leadership and women-led enterprise and startups. Government is also taking so many measures through MSMEs to empower women and also empower women entrepreneurship. So these are the things which have been like